Can you share how plastics are damaging the planet and maybe share a few examples?
Absolutely, Tiffany. More than 90% of our plastics are not currently being recycled. So that ends up in landfills, it ends up in these gyres, as I've mentioned, in the ocean, and all areas that we don't need plastics as a forever chemical. Marine animals, as I've mentioned, as well as marine plants, are currently under a huge threat. And humans are consuming plastics, not directly consuming, but we consume it through our clothing, plastic bags, coffee cups, plastic water bottles, the list goes on and on. And due to this increased consumption in the demand for plastic, this ultimately ends up in our food and water supply and creates a massive health concern for the planet. I mentioned earlier these garbage patches that exist. There are currently 5 major garbage patches, one in the North Atlantic, South Atlantic, this North Pacific, South Pacific, as well as the Indian Ocean. And I'll highlight one example. The North Pacific gyre is roughly the size of Alaska, which is mega big, or 3 times the size of France. So this gyre lies between Hawaii and California, and these gyres are ultimately rotating ocean currents or big whirlpools that just kind of swirls this garbage around the planet and is ultimately being broken down and consumed by ocean life.
Wow, and I'm sure there's a lot of technologies involved in measuring the size and scope of that, and who knows, satellite IoT may be involved as well as several other technologies, I would assume.